welcome to the EEPROM 9. Some of you might instantly recognise this. Oh god. Just had the camera aligned as well. It is Super Thunderblade. But the system it's on might surprise you. The Megadrive. An absolutely awesome system, but I've decided to go with this to show you an example of what basically bad programs did with the system. Because, well, let's face it, the Megadrive had some absolutely fantastic games for it. This is one of them, where they actually refer to Dr. Eggman in his proper name as Dr. Robotnik. His original one. Why did they change it to bloody Eggman? It sounds so stupid. Anyway, so yes, so we started off. I thought this was going to be a hidden gem when I got it, but I was wrong. I was most disappointed. Although not my top list of disappointing games. This little animation's quite good, but, well, after it gets out of these animations, the helicopter leaving its underground base, it all goes downhill. Oh god. Yes, the cable to the controller isn't very long on the Megadrive, which is kind of whack. So what's shoot again? I've forgotten. That's shoot, okay. Yeah, you hold it, don't you? Something like that. There we go. So yes, first of all, let's address the music. There isn't really much variation. It's the same tune, it seems to be, throughout the whole game. And it's not even that much of a great memorable tune either, not like on Turrican, which is just plain awesome. It's just kind of dry and kind of boring. It doesn't really seem to set a feeling of tension that you'd expect from the insaneness of the game. The graphics on it is okay. It's not the best the Megadrive can do, but it's not the worst. But the way they present the graphics, the sprite scaling is just, quite frankly, utterly, horribly appalling. I haven't seen such horrible sprite scaling. Level 2 is where you see the whackness of the sprite scaling. It's just dun-dun that you have to go through these, like, arch things. And normally, the sprite scaling is so terrible, it's actually pot luck to actually get it right and actually go through the arch before you're just descended into the wall. The collision detection is pretty poor too. I think we've even come across the boss now. And I am right. We have the boss, which is an overly giant tank. An interesting boss at that too, a giant tank, I have to say. I've never seen a tank that size. The sound effects are pretty limited. I know the Megadrive can do far better than this in bloody sound effects. The game is okay, but it doesn't really hold my attention for that long, to be honest. Eventually you come, the inverted controls are a bit annoying. I'm not a big fan of them, but there we go, bang. It's despite being a huge vehicle, it's a tiny explosion sprite. Now we just go through more of the same. It seems to be very repetitive too. Overall, as a game, it's really, I would put it in the spectrum of games as okay. It'll hold your attention for 5 minutes. My god, I'm still going. It'll hold your attention for a limited amount of time. Your two weapons seem to be machine gun and missiles, or yellow blobs and red blobs. The yellow blobs are more directional, that you can aim them, and the red blobs just go in the direction of whatever enemies are on screen, and there seems to be no way to control them independently, which isn't a bad thing in my books. Oh god, I'll probably fly into that if I'm not careful. To be honest, this would be fine for an 8-bit system, but for a machine with the capabilities of a Megadrive, it is just horrible. It's okay, but you can see examples of the absolutely non-existent decent sprite scaling. And the Megadrive can do decent sprite scaling, because this game has pretty much proved it to me. I've decided to go with the rubbish one, and it's one of these horrible entry systems that I can't be asked with, so my name is AAA in this case, and I have the highest score, somehow, of 1,109,600, and someone else called YN got a million. Anyway, I think that should do it, because that is basically Super Thunderblade on the Mega Drive. Would I recommend it?